All right, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome to the interview with the man, the myth, the legend himself. And of course, my computer has to screw up as soon as I get to that point.
I thought that was mine then.
Yeah, no. So, without further ado, I just want to thank you guys first off for coming by. I appreciate you guys for attending this wonderful festivity. We are going to partake in the wonderful journey that is Mr. Rob over here, the Aussie VHS Thrifter. So, Rob, how are you doing today?
I am good. I am good. Besides what I've already told you about my camera, but I am great.
Cool, man. Cool. So we'll probably wait a couple minutes just so that we can get more people up in here. Let's see who's in the chat here so far. So we got Cajun Reseller. What's going on?
Cajun.
And we have Jody. Jody, what's going on?
What's going on, man? Let's do this.
All right, let's do this, guys. Let's do this.
Let's do this. I might as well tell. There he is. There's the legend himself, Brad.
There we got Brad over here.
Flip up. Now look at this. I'm going to show you as well why my camera footage is shit right now because I'm using the. There's Drew. I'm using the laptop camera because 1 hour ago the dog chewed my Logitech.
That's brutal.
Yes.
Man, I don't know what to say with that.
Yeah,
That's one crazy dog.
I'm pretty pissed off. She eats a lot of shit. Cheers for jumping in, Drew. Yes, it's fucked.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for stopping by, Drew, though. Appreciate it. All right, so let's see who else is in here. We have Michelle. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. We have the Jarhead TJ. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. So if you can, I guess, just talk a bit about yourself first, like who you are, when you got started off doing your reselling business, if you say.
Yeah, I started off in December 2018. My cousin came around and showed me some thrifting videos. And I said, like I've told everyone else, I said, I can fucking do that. So I jumped on the bandwagon and thought I'd make some videos as well. But my first lot of videos are bad. They're really bad. But that's what happens when you first start. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Anyway, I was making the videos and I was thrifting. The reason I chose videos is my passion for videos. I love videos, and you got to sell what you know, don't you?
Yeah.
You got to sell what you know. It's dog shit, Tommy. But yeah, you got to sell what you know, and that's what I knew to start off with. But fuck, now I am venturing into all these other things that I'm getting advice from everyone else. So it's good, man. It's good. I love it.
Yeah, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad you started this venture. If you're just joining us, there was a huge issue that just happened, unfortunately, with Rob's camera. Unfortunately, he got chewed the hell out by his dog. R.I.P. camera.
So my footage isn't that good. I'm using the laptop because the dog, Alice, has eaten this 1 hour ago. Of course. Why not? Right before we go on. Why not?
Yeah, that's brutal. But hopefully, it won't happen again with the camera.
No, and I've tried to plug the hole up with an umbrella. So yeah. I'll show everyone the umbrella. Let's show everyone the umbrella. There's a big hole. There's the umbrella.
So here's the skylight being covered by the umbrella.
Umbrella, everything's breaking on me and going wrong.
There's a possibility the umbrella might drop.
Yeah, the umbrella might drop on us. Yeah, maybe.
So before we delve in more into Rob's history over here, I put in the link in the chat. If you haven't subscribed to Rob, please go ahead and do so. He's got some amazing content for you to watch. He does ride-alongs, he does show and tell, He does lives. He does amazing content, and I'm so entertained by it.
Thanks, man.
You are freaking one of a kind, and I appreciate the work that you do. Seriously, even with your
Thanks,
editing,
man.
man. Your editing is a bomb. Like seriously.
Appreciate that. We gotta have fun. We gotta have fun.
Yeah.
It's all about having fun. I'm
Yeah.
still showing everything that I pick up and sell, but I just gotta make it watchable.
Yeah.
Because my first videos, if you go back and watch my first videos, you go, fuck, and that's boring shit, man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how everyone was though in the beginning too. Like mine is as boring as it gets too. So
that's how it starts off.
Yeah, exactly. So let's start off in the very beginning, because there's something when I first learned more about you, I understood that you actually delved into the wrestling world, and that's, to me, that's one of the most fun things I've always wanted to do, wanted to learn as a kid, and you actually got to live it. So that's amazing.
I did. It was insane. It was really, really insane. Just having the opportunity to do it. It all happened WrestleMania 20. What WrestleMania was it where The Rock and John Cena first had their first match? Well, I think it was 28, WrestleMania 28 back then. So that's a lot of years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe even before it. Maybe it was 27. I can't remember. But it was definitely the year where Taker and Triple H had that Hell in a Cell. But anyway, we went to the pub to watch it on a big screen, and fucking Orlando Jordan was there. And you know Orlando Jordan from ex-WWE guy.
Mm.
And he was down here to do some local wrestling, and got to meet him. And then I met all the guys from that local wrestling, and I said, fuck, I really want to be a referee. I really, really want to be a referee. They said, you're too tall to be a referee. You're going to make all the wrestlers are short that they've got. You're going to be too tall. But we'll give you an email address, the guy that owns this local company. Orlando Jordan just signed a year to run a year in this local one. So he was going to live in Perth for a year.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay. He was an arrogant prick, though. He was a bit of a prick. Had beers here and there with him, but fucking he was a bit of a prick. Told me off a few times as well, backstage, freaking stuff that I did in the ring. But anyways, I messaged and they said, we want you to be a manager. So we'll get you to straight away be a manager for some of the wrestlers. But then on my first day of being there, I debuted as a manager. But before the show started, when we put the ring together and all that, I learned to take bumps, run the ropes and all that. And harder than you think, man. It gasses you out. Gasses you out and kills you. I was knackered. But by the next show, I was then getting involved and starting to hit people with chairs and all that. And then by the third show, I was having a match. And the match was horrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was a 2-on-1. No, it was a tag team match, actually. It was the guy I was managing. Showed a clip of it on Saturday. And, oh, man, it was bad. All I could do was do the stomps and a clothesline and a few punches and all that. And I didn't even take any bumps in the ring. After that, I had a few matches here and there where I just kind of just did the basics because I hardly ever did any training, and I was still just managing, and a bad guy, of course. And but my dream was always to be in a Royal Rumble. That's why I did it, to be in a Royal Rumble. And every January they did their Royal Rumble as well. So my first Rumble I was in, I lasted about 2 minutes. And then the next year, the Rumble I was in, I lasted a good about 10 minutes in there, but got squashed by these two big fat guys. I was like Earthquake. Got through and squashed, and they made me fucking piss. And they were having fun with me, like using me like a rag doll in there. And then I eventually fucking said, throw me the fuck out. Throw me out of the ring. And then the year after, I think I was in there for like fucking 30 seconds or something like that as well. But still, just to be in a Rumble, that's all it was all about.
Yeah.
And that was good fun. That was the best part, just being in those battle royals, because then you can do whatever you want, just do a few stomps and a few things. I did win the tag titles, but when I won the tag titles, because I used the chair and we cheated, they restarted the match 5 minutes later, and then they stripped us of the belts, and then said Paul London and Brian Kendrick were coming the month after to freaking fight for the tag titles, and of course they took it off us to give it to them.
Oh, no way.
So, but still, I didn't get to fight them. I got to take a dive from Paul London. Paul London landed on me, which was pretty cool. So I've taken a few hits from some of the WWE guys, which was fun.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's almost like a dream, like to have WWE guys to actually wrestle. Like you don't even think of that happening at all. That's awesome, though.
And just to hang out with them backstage and drink with them and fucking pick their brains. Like I hate Mr. Kennedy. I hated Mr. Kennedy, watching him in the ring, Mr. Anderson, whatever you want to call him. I think he was crap. But he was the very last match that I ever did. My guy that I was managing was the world champion, and Mr. Kennedy was fighting against him. But it was a fatal four-way. And right as Mr. Kennedy went for the 3 count finishing move, I pulled his legs out and pulled him out of the ring, and then he chased me around the ring and all that. And I left it at that because that was a real cool night, and I finished there. But Mr. Kennedy, we spent about 4 hours before the show and watching all the pre-matches because ours was the main event, and just watching and chilling out, and I was picking his brain about everything. And awesome bloke.
Yeah, no, he was like, from what I heard too, like, because I know I used to watch a lot of podcasts like for wrestling too, and I heard he was a decent guy. I know there was like some heat with him and probably Triple H, but like overall, he's been pretty good though, from what I heard from other wrestlers at least.
Him and John Cena, I think, had a big falling out as well. So, but he was wicked, but the best besides Paul London, he was awesome to have drinks with. But Al Snow was he did this hour seminar for us and taught us so much. Yeah. And just taught us so much about getting cheap pops and all that, like from the crowd. And when you're a bad guy, don't let them pop, don't let them blow their load. Don't give them your finisher straight away. Just keep them going, keep them egging on.
So when you did your training, like in your learning how to do bumps and stuff, like how long was that process between that time and like your first match?
I only did it like 3 times. So 1 hour before one show, another hour before the other show, and then on the third show, I had a match, but I wasn't taking any bumps that match. I was just coming in, giving cheap shots, and then running out again and running and that was what my character was like, because I still couldn't do any of the flips, and I couldn't do a lot of the I just couldn't do a lot of the things because I was so tall and all that, and I hate heights. So I just basically took clotheslines and submission moves and the punches and all that, and thrown around chair shots. I just didn't take any of the old flippies and flippy dippy stuff.
So like a lot of the guys, well, I mean, I guess because you fought Paul London, so he's one of those types of guys though that do.
No, I was on the outside for the Paul London one. I wasn't. I was just managing that one. But he ran and jumped out the ring and landed on me and my wrestler. So we took the fall for him. So he didn't.
Oh wow!
But it was still damn cool.
So guys, if you're just joining us now, honestly, we're having a great time talking this wrestling stuff that we enjoy talking about. But if you guys have any questions too in the chat, we'll be more than willing to answer them for you, because eventually we'll start talking more about reselling. But so I guess with you know what, let's just take some questions over here. I do see there's some actually. So Chris from Chris's Treasure Chest, how's it going? He's another Canadian over here. He said, Rob, are there large thrift store chains in Australia?
We got Salvos. You've got Salvos as well. We got Good Sammys. We got Vinnies, but you stay away from the Vinnies because Vinnies are dog shit. They like to overprice everything. So stay away from them. And then there's all the independent small ones. So really Salvos and Good Sammys are your 2 main big ones that we go to.
Yeah. There you go. So, actually, there's more people that join this chat. So let's say what's up. We have Thrifting Lounge. How's it going?
Thrifting Lounge, I like that new channel. I've just subscribed a few weeks ago.
Whiskey, how's it going? We got Jenny, Selling Addicts. How's it going? We have Derek, NASCAR man. Thanks for stopping by. Who else we got here? We have Lisa and Rob, couple pickers. What is
Couple of
up?
pickets.
We have Mr. Chris, old school picker. How's it going? And he's Sunny as well, Las Vegas Thrifts. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you haven't, guys. That would be greatly appreciated. So, like, I think naturally the way you portray like you're talking and all your videos, I think a lot of it can be attributed to like your wrestling kind of in a way. Like
you know what, I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't think of it like that when but now that you say it, maybe all the stuff over the years in my head where we learnt our promos and learnt to do it for the crowd, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe, yeah, good point. Really good point.
Because I think like learning promos itself, like that's one of the hardest like things you can do, like learn, because you have to get the attention or reaction of the crowd, and then like, but also at the same time you got to remember or improvise at the same time what you're going to say, unless you're scripted completely, which is probably what the WWE is doing, but that's a whole other story.
Well, we always had the this is what you're going to be going on about, so you want to be talking about this guy's a dickhead or whatever, and you want to fight him or whatever.
Yeah.
I said, don't give me a script. Don't give me a script. I want to look at the people in the crowd, and then that's how I'm going to choose about what I'm going to say. Yeah. You know what I mean? Pick someone out and fucking.
Were there any influences that you thought were like, these guys are amazing talkers? I want to like when you were watching wrestling, like you were like, these guys are the best. Like,
yeah, man. Like you got your Stone Cold, and The Rock. Like who can beat their promos? Even John Cena's promos were fucking so good when he was doing the rap ones.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, his promos and Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect and $1 Million Man, because I loved the bad guys, but Hulk Hogan was still always my favorite.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan did the same stuff all the time, but $1 Million Man just everyone's got a price, and that's what I loved it.
It's funny that you mentioned that. I think he's totally underrated. Like
big time.
Yeah,
should have been world champion. Yep. Both should have been world champions.
Yeah. Like I totally agree with you, but they put that stupid $1 million belt on him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all he got.
Yeah.
That's all he got. Oh, he got the tag titles, so that was all right.
Oh, he did? Okay. There you go.
He did get the tag titles.
So like when was the first time you started like watching wrestling? Well, like when was the first time you actually saw it?
1990 Royal Rumble, which I think at the time it was halfway through 1991. The year was then. So because then I remember, or just coming up to 1992. So I remember my cousin chucked on. Me and my cousins were over, and cousin that was 10 years older than us chucked on Royal Rumble 1990. And the Bushwhackers was one of the first matches, and we were like, what the hell? This is awesome. And then there was a few other matches, but then the Rumble happened, and I was like, what? This is sweet. $1 Million Man comes out, lasts fucking nearly the whole Rumble. But then when the Hogan Warrior clash happens in the middle, I was like, they're my two favorite wrestlers. I was like, that's my favorite.
That was my first ever pay-per-view I ever watched, WrestleMania 6. And
WrestleMania 6, yes.
Luckily, that was in Canada, too. Like, that was dream come true. Like, I couldn't... That was like you wouldn't expect a belt versus belt type of match.
No.
Like in that kind of.
So you were there?
Yeah, I was there as a kid. I was 5.
Yeah.
I was
Damn.
5. Yeah.
Oh, because as soon as I seen the 90 Rumble, I went down to the video shop and went and got SummerSlam 1990, that WrestleMania 6, Survivor Series 1990, which I loved, Royal Rumble 91, and then all the 91 pay-per-views as well, and then all the 89 ones and all that. So I was getting to catch up on all the 88, 89, 90, 91, and then by the time I finished watching all those, it was time for Royal Rumble 1992, and that came out as a new release. Never forget hiring that out at the video shop. So good.
Those were some of the best ones, yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt.
All right, let's see if there's any questions over here. Sorry, guys. Let's see here.
Jake the Snake's promos were fucking good too. He was.
Oh yeah, he was good.
His docos are really good.
I remember that time he had a snake and he bit Macho Man's arm.
Oh. I loved it. I loved it. Yeah, Jake and Macho feud was so good.
Like when Jake turned heel, I think that made him took him to a whole other level.
So that's another person that should have been world champion was Jake the Snake when he was a bad guy. But then he went to WCW and his whole career was ruined.
Yeah, for sure. I 100% agree with you. Derek mentioned that Anthony Pittsburgh, he was actually a wrestler too in WCW. So I
thought it was NWA. He said to me, Pittsburgh said.
Yeah, I think it was NWA. You're right. Yeah,
NWA. Yeah, he said to me, which is cool. And our local one here was sponsored by the NWA, so we wore the NWA logo for 1 year. While Orlando Jordan was based in it. So we were NWA Australia, but we're still called the AAW, but that didn't last very long.
Oh, no way. Have you seen the new NWA now?
Yeah, I like it.
Power?
I like it. I like that.
I like the feel of it.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice and small. I like it.
Question here. Who is your favorite modern day wrestler?
Mr. Flipper. That's for both of us. For both. At the moment, see, I like the Fiend because he's mask and all that, but he's not that great in the ring. If you want ring skills, I think the best person with ring skills, I think, is actually Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. I think those two guys, their in-ring skills are fucking wicked and they're underutilized. It's insane how underutilized they really are.
Yeah, they're making Bobby Roode into a freaking jobber. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
They're jobbing the hell out of him. I don't understand. If you saw him in TNA, he was an amazing guy with James Storm, I think.
B Money.
Yeah, that was an amazing faction. Like, I can't believe how bad they're using him over here.
Oh.
He was decent in NXT, but then as soon as they called him,
it was so good in NXT. I loved it. Yeah. I loved it. And Shinsuke Nakamura was awesome in NXT, and now he's
exactly.
NXT's the best. So I really hope they don't screw Undisputed Era up when they come over, because I've got a feeling if they fuck that up.
They're so over right now. Like, oh my god, it's not even funny.
They're one of the they're really really good.
Like, okay, so for me, I think I don't know in terms of like pop. Gosh, I don't know. Like, it's hard to say. I don't know. Like, maybe Roman Reigns. I mean, not maybe he used to, but not anymore. Actually,
it's hard now. It's not like you don't pop for fucking certain people that come out anymore. Like Edge back now is probably the fucking greatest thing ever. I'll be popping for him every time he has a match, but it's not like when Stone Cold and The Rock used to come out and used to go, fucking here we go, like you little beauty.
Exactly.
So they need to turn someone into that. They need like a Rock and Stone Cold and a Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Ultimate Warrior. They need someone that's going to freaking – I'm actually looking forward to – I hope John Cena comes back for a little bit. And I got bored of his matches. I want him to come back and fucking something different than Roman Reigns all the time.
So to be honest, it's hard to pick a favorite. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with AJ Styles.
Yeah, but they're underutilizing him at the moment as well. So
yeah, they are for sure. And I think he's injured right now too.
Yeah, hope he makes it back for Mania though.
Yeah. Let's see if there's any other ones here. Okay.
Well, there's a question there. If you could only pick one, NXT or AEW? Only NXT for me. I don't really like AEW that much. I think I've seen a lot of those wrestlers already, and I like watching the Jericho stuff and the Young Bucks and Cody, but that's about it. I don't like all their new wrestlers.
Yeah, I don't really know them. Like,
no.
If you're not in WWE, you don't really know them. But I mean, luckily there was more notoriety with like Cody and Jericho.
Yeah. I feel like what they've done with it, and I don't watch it each week. I'll have a look at the highlights, and that's about it. But I feel like what they've done in a storyline way, they've really fucked up by bringing these guys out that are no ones and making them like a big star straight away instead of building up their character and building them into something like WWE does for us to learn who they are and get us to know them. Does that make sense to you, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just suddenly, be one of these big top stars and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree.
In the wrestling world.
It's this George the Animal Steel is a professor near me at college. Roddy Piper looked good in a kilt. He's another good guy. Yeah.
He was awesome. He should have been world champ as well.
Yeah. They only gave him the IC title that whole time.
Yeah. Damn, that was a good match with him and Bret Hart at WrestleMania 8, though.
Yeah. Yeah, Roddy Piper's my fave growing up.
Yeah, he was good on the mic. Now, that was someone that was damn good on the microphone.
Yeah, I totally agree. Him and his matches with like Superfly.
Yes.
Like we had good feuds.
That's what I was going for, that big box. I pulled down that big massive box. That's just a lid of it. This is how big it is. There's thousands of wrestlers in here, and I haven't pulled this down in ages. And I'm going to start going through them because I know there's a lot of doubles, so I'm going to start selling.
So if you haven't seen, actually, if you notice, there's a huge collection that Rob has, and a lot of the stuff that he has is wrestlers.
Yeah. So all my stuff from when I was a kid and collecting and all that as well. So there's $1 million man. The Hasbros. You want to look for these Hasbros, man. For resellers, these Hasbros. I think this one was the one where he used to stomp on their head. So you lift the arm up and he was $1 million man would stomp on their head. Yeah. But yeah, there's heaps of goodies. I'll never get rid of these two. Of course, I'll never get rid of these two.
I had Hulk. For sure. I didn't have Ultimate Warrior though.
No Warrior.
No Warrior.
Love those.
And I remember having Jake the Snake too. Oh, you had Superfly too.
I didn't have Jake the Snake. Superfly's in there. They're all buried though. They're all buried. There's a Mr. Perfect there.
Oh wow! I didn't even know they had a Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, Mr. Perfect. So he was cool. What else we got? Brutus Barber the Beefcake.
There you go.
They're all. You gotta dig for all the rest of the Hasbros. I know I've got a Earthquake and Typhoon in here somewhere, but all the newest stuff is on top of all these. Oh, here we go. Oh no, that's not Earthquake. No, there's the Bushwhackers.
Oh, good.
And Greg the Hammer Valentine.
I remember the Bushwhackers. Oh my gosh, those guys were hilarious.
Yeah, they were good. They were good. So you can get some all right money for them if you lot them up as well. As well as the if I keep digging this, Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, if I keep digging, I can keep finding stuff. But these 1998 ones, these are the Jax brand. So they were the Hasbro. If you get the rubber, these were the rubber ones, not the hard plastic ones like the other ones. But yeah, if you find a whole heap of these ones and lot them up as well, you'll get some good money. So that's Animal. Thing, but they're the rubber ones. But always have a look on the back of them because they're totally different compared to the newer, like there's Boogeyman.
Boogeyman.
There's the Boogeyman. Totally different.
So the one the Animal that you have right now, that's 98. You said.
That's 98.
Yeah.
That's 98. I'm trying to find more from that series, but I think they're all buried in the bottom because when I say there's a lot in here, there is a fucking shitload. Yeah, there's so many. Well, you can see the difference between those ones and then the series that came out in like 2005, like Big Bang Beta and shit like that. So you can see the difference of the quality and the hard plastic and all that. But man, I got so many, it's ridiculous. And I'd be digging. This will take me for days to get through. I got some, didn't realise. Oh, right down the bottom too. GW, you fucking prick. These were WCW figures. Well, not that one, that's Snitsky. These are there's the Earthquake that I was telling you about.
Oh, there you go. Nice. That's before
For the WCW line.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
That's before he was the Big Show. That's when he was the Giant.
Yeah.
Bam Bam Bigelow. And the WCW line you'll get some good dosh for as well. But when I go for all this, I'm the big boss man with the Hasbro series.
There you go.
I can't bring myself to selling a lot of these because, man, it's just. I'm going to tip the camera down just so you can see because I'm not going to keep going through this.
It's memories, man. It's memories. Oh my!
There you
go. That's insane. Oh my god.
So there's a Hornswoggle. So I'm going to go for all these and I'll I'll go for all these and I'll have a look. That's a WCW Chris Jericho. Not very good lighting, sorry. But yeah, I'll dig through all this shit and see what I can sell of the doubles. Andre the Giant.
Nice.
Kevin Nash.
Do you have any of the LJN figures, like the old rubber ones from the 80s?
I sold the ones I had of those. I know one's the Titan Sports LGN ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got rid of. I had the Hulk Hogan one that I found. I sold that. But hold on. There's one here. And so when I get deep, there's an Owen Hart. I'd probably get some good money for that Owen Hart. That's a 98. Yeah. That's a 98 one. But the only rubber one I've got left is that Johnny B. Bad. Remember
Johnny
he became Mark Mero.
Yeah, that's right. Cable. Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny B. Bad. This is 1994 WCW. That one.
I've never seen that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. I remember fucking getting that for like $4 or something from Toy World, marked on special back in that era. But yeah, I could dig for days. But yeah, all these rubber 98 ones, if you can lock them up, like there's Stone Cold and Road Dogg.
Road Dogg.
Yeah.
Was the Attitude Era your favorite era?
Yeah. I'd say yes for entertainment value, but I was a massive fan of 91, 92. They were the best.
Yeah.
91, 92, and 93 started to get a little bit dog shit, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's when they started going with more, I guess, crazy characters, and then
a bit silly,
like
silly characters.
Mantar probably is one of them.
Oh yeah, Mantar, that was just fucking stupid. I think that was 95, Mantar.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, because from 93 to freaking 96, that's when WCW started taking over and everyone jumped ship, started getting a little bit ridiculous. But
yeah, they took everyone. They got absolutely every guy you can think of and moved them over into WCW.
But then they ruined it because they just made them win all the time. So
yeah, they had much creative control and just messed everything up. I'd say
that's a WCW Hogan.
It's Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. What year that one is? That's 1999. Yeah. The wind-up wouldn't. Oh, there we go. Oh, fuck.
I still remember the day when he turned on Macho Man, and he was the third guy at Bash at the Beach.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, that was awesome. Do you have the network?
No, I don't. I don't. I borrow someone's.
Yeah, no, I got the network still, but yeah, watch all the pay-per-views, and it's just shit that the Raw and SmackDown is on a week after that it is because Fox has got the rights to it. So
yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but no, I'm going to go for all these fucking figures and have a look skis and see what doubles I've got because there's no point having doubles. I know there's I know I've got like about fucking 5 Umagas in there, so I haven't even seen how much Umagas were.
Umaga, yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah. So that might go all right, and Dudley Boys and shit like that. I'm going to have fun going through it. I know there's a lot of John Cena's, so I'll fuck off a few John Cena's and all that, but if you're selling wrestling toys, I'm about to undercut you.
Like I know you mentioned that you watched the Royal Rumble like recently, the one that just passed.
Yes,
What did you think of it?
it was good. It was good. You know, you got me on single screen here.
Oh, shit, my bad.
No, it was awesome. As far as yeah, I had a feeling they were going to do what they did with the Brock Lesnar of just chucking everyone over the top rope for the first 14.
Yeah.
I was happy with it.
Really? Okay.
And I was happy with Drew winning, which is another person that I met on my last show that I ever did, Drew McIntyre. He was at the
No
show.
way.
Never got a photo with him, and he was did not want to talk to any of us. He did not want. He didn't want to have. He didn't want to know us all.
Oh, that's too bad.
He was a bit pissed off with his match as well, and he got on the microphone at the end and he said, he started swearing at the crowd, and he said something about fucking independents, amateurs, and blah blah blah. And really hope someone's got this footage because the bloke that he fought was my former tag team partner, and he's only used to having tag team matches.
Yeah.
And he got put up against Drew, and it was a shocking match. And me and Mr. Anderson were sitting back, and Mr. Anderson's like, "Oh no, this is bad."
Yeah.
And it was really, really bad. And so he started fucking chopping him for real, and he's slapping him hard, and he's giving him really he was giving him really bad chops and really bad hits.
Yeah.
Anyway, this other wrestler, he went to the back and he bawled his eyes out crying. He's a big dude too, and he cried in the back. And I was like, oh damn. I was like, damn. And then Drew, he wouldn't even. We said hi to him when he first got there as well, and he was in a mood as it was. So I suppose he didn't like being fired by WWE in the first place. But meh.
Yeah. So when he got there, that was the first, like that he was already fired by then, the first time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We only had them when they were like not on the roster anymore with WWE. So that show was a huge show. That on my last show that I did, we had Scotty Too Hottie. We had Alberto Del Rio, who was a fucking asshole.
Really?
Absolute asshole. Never met someone such a prick. Who else was there? Gangrel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Gangrel was there. He was all right. I think Paul London was there again. Yeah, Mr. Anderson. We had a few on that show actually. That Rodriguez guy or whatever his name was, the announcer for Alberto Del Rio. Yeah, he came as well.
Oh my gosh.
There was a few that show. That show was pretty huge. That was a big show. That was the biggest crowd that we performed in front of as well because we had so many ex-WWE guys.
Yeah.
But after that, I was like, I'm done. Yeah, I just couldn't believe how much of an asshole some people actually are. But yeah, Alberto, he was a prick.
Yeah, no, I think I heard like he's been that way. Like even just to get along with. I remember when he was. I don't know if is he still in Impact Wrestling? I'm not too sure. I don't think he is.
I don't even think. No, yeah. I think he's doing some Mexican. I think he started his own Mexican brand up. I think.
Oh, did he? Okay.
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
Crazy.
Rob's wrestler name would be the Undercutter.
Yeah.
I was Mr. Pisani. That's what I hated. Hated that. I wanted to be Robbie Hollywood. I wanted to come down with fucking feather boas.
There you go.
I wanted to come down with the fucking Hollywood fucking action sign. Fucking action.
Yeah.
And instead of using the chair, I was gonna fucking smack that over their heads.
Yeah.
Pink tights, fucking pink and black. It was gonna be freaking awesome. They wanted to be like a mafia style. They wanted me to be Mr. Pisani. But I still was the chairman of the board, had the chairman of the board written on my chair, had everyone with the chair, and I slowly became the Robbie Hollywood that I wanted to do, but I still never got called that in the ring, so doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Make that on the computer game.
No, you actually got on like TV as well, right? You said you had a show.
Yeah. We did we got a deal from West TV for weekly episodes, and I got asked to do the commentary, which I showed a little clip of it on my Saturday show, and it was good. We got canned after. It was either 3 or 4 episodes. We got cancelled. I thought the show was pretty good because the first show had the third show had Carlito and Chris Masters. So,
Oh wow!
why would you cancel it? Like, this is you probably can't see that. There's a shot of backstage in the studio doing studio work, doing promos and all that with West TV.
Oh, okay,
West TV, they're doing the promos for matches and all that stuff, and was on commentary and yeah. Do you remember Rob Terry? Look how big this fucker is.
Holy jeez, he is huge. That guy.
I felt so small against him.
Yeah, and you're a tall guy too, right? So.
Yeah, I'm a tall guy. Well, you remember Chavo Guerrero?
Oh yeah, Chavo classic.
Chavo. There's Chavo.
How was he? Was he a good guy?
He was all right, but he didn't like you filming him. So, he didn't like that. At one stage, he was going through his match with one of the other guys, and I was fucking had my camera out, and I was filming backstage stuff, and he'd seen that I was filming, and he told the other wrestler, let's go over here and freaking talk about it. And he looked fucking pissed at me. He looked pissed off. So I won't do that again. Yeah, I didn't do that again with those wrestlers behind there. They don't like that. I guess they don't want their secrets out, but fuck, everyone knows what happens backstage. Everyone knows. Yeah. Everyone knows what happens backstage. Come on. Brad's in the house.
What's up, Brad? Oh, Tracy said Alice is going to have a heyday with those. Keep the lid on.
Fuck no. Lid is going on now. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. Now that Brad's just joined. Brad, look at this. Look at that. Logitech. Down the drain. Even the cord. I found the cord outside.
Can't believe it, still, man. That's brutal.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs. I have to go get one. I'll go get one tomorrow. And I'm going to get something to cover this fucking hole up because the umbrella ain't working at the moment.
Luckily, it still hasn't fallen down yet, so you're still good.
Fallen. I think I've scraped all the paint now, though, by shoving it up there.
Yeah. So, I wanted to ask too, like, when you started doing the resale, did you start the YouTube at the same time, or did you just start it a bit after? Okay.
No, same time. Basically, like I said, when my cousin said, let's do this, let's go out and thrift, I said, fucking oath. And I said, let me think about it. I think we did one thrift without any camera footage. Well, there was no ride-alongs back then. It was just what I got in the shed. So the first lot that I did, and then I went for a second thrift, and then I filmed. And then I filmed after that, after I got a whole heap of crap. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was I was shitting myself for the first video that I did. Absolutely crapping me dacks.
So what video did you feel like this was? I'm starting to get more comfortable doing this now. Like,
once I think I did about. I tried it up differently. I think I don't know if seen them all. Let me put this back. The sun's pissing me off. I did a few at the bar, so I think I did about 4 episodes at the bar, showing what I had, mm-hmm. and then I did a few on the couch after work. Tried it differently on the couch, and then once I got that big massive lot from a few different garage sales and from people, that's when I started moving away from the whole sitting down thing, and then I was showing what I got, and slowly moved on from there, and then a little bit in the car. But I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna chuck it in.
Yeah.
I was gonna chuck it in and not do it anymore. I had enough, and Brad and Jazz saved me.
There you go. That's awesome to hear that Brad and Jasmine are always there to be your kind of like your guiding light to help you.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man. And that get to go on Brad's show, and now I get to do a show with him every Sunday.
There you go. So I guess when I started watching you, like I think when I first learned about you was from one of Tracy and Tommy's lives, and then as soon as I found out about you, I wanted to learn more and just wanted to watch like each individual video before that, because I was like, there were some videos I think that you had that were like they had crazy views, and then there were some that they didn't have. So I was like, how come these ones have way more views and stuff? But then I noticed you had certain keywords in there that also help kind of, I guess, with the videos.
Yeah, it does porn sell. Does porn sell.
Yeah.
And that wasn't to try and get views. That was legit.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking a topic that I thought, let's fucking have a look, because I was seeing the Star Wars sell, and then the next thing I did was like, there's horror movies sell, and then I was like, fuck it, let's do this. No one's watching this shit anyway. Let's fucking do this porn sell, and then fucking bang. And then the first one got taken down after freaking 2 minutes because there was images of dildos and plastic vaginas and stuff like that for sale on eBay, and like, what's wrong with that? Like,
exactly,
there's worse stuff on YouTube. So then I had to put censor over everything, and I was like, well, this fucking video is boring now, but I'll still put it up.
Yeah,
got heaps of views, but I don't think it was that great. But it was way better with no censor on it. It was fucking funny. Some of the shit I found on there when I was looking up just porn sell. Fuck, there's some filthy stuff out there that I didn't know existed.
Yeah. I didn't realize it did, but good to know.
Bad stuff.
So when, like, I noticed too, like, obviously after you started getting with the routine with doing these types of things, like the hauls, like Thrift with me, like, and then the show and tell, you started doing, like, amping up your production too on it, I noticed. So like you started doing the theme songs and all that, and then the kitty, and then obviously like
the kitty just happened. The kitty just happened. The theme song, I didn't really think too much about it. I was on the train one day. We're going down to a friend's house for a barbecue, and suddenly I had Frank Sinatra and all that in my head, and then I just started singing my own lyrics, and I was like, bang, wrote it down in my phone. I was like, I'm recording that shit when I get home tonight. I recorded it when I got home drunk. And so did all that, and it's just all big progress as moving on. I always think of different ideas, and just trying to make the quality better, try and make it more fun for everyone as well, because I found like my stuff was boring. I found like my stuff was boring, and all I was doing was just finding everything that everyone else finds as well and showing it. But I thought, let's make it fun. Let's make it fun.
Yeah. And it's good that you would recognize that in your own videos too, like at such an early time too. I think now, as opposed to like later on, and then trying to, I don't know, figure it out later on. But now you have your system now, and now you know what to do to get the viewers to continue on with your awesome production. But
exactly, and it'll probably change up more and more again. Like we learn more different things, and I don't watch all these other different things. It's like, for instance, when you see it looks better. Those blue lights look better when I do my show and tell. But I put them there not because of the filming thing. I put them there to freaking make my wrestling toys look fucking awesome and have blue light behind them, and have blue lights behind my freaking posters that I had up there with Friday the 13th and Freddy and all that shit. So it was nothing to do with it. And then when I filmed, I was like, fuck, that works out fucking pretty good. So a lot of things have just fell into place as well.
Yeah. That's great, man. I'm honestly, I'm so like honestly, I love because I'm a fan of editing, and so
Yes.
the way I see like your intros being made, and I saw that intro that you made for like the three of you guys for your show.
Oh
It's
yeah, that was wicked.
that was pretty awesome, but I know
Yeah,
it's like 2 seconds, but it's still pretty cool.
yeah. And credit to the other boys as well. Everyone's ideas there.
Yeah,
Not that wasn't just mine. Everyone's ideas. So, not credit just to me. All three of us and Drew made the little logo and all of us input. So,
yeah, for sure. No, I apologize then. Sorry.
no,
That's cool, man. So other than that, what I wanted to do because I didn't realize we are already in the 50-minute mark on this interview, so it
I'm
went by
quick.
pretty quickly. And seriously, guys, thank you guys so much for being here. We have 23 people in the chat right now, so thank you guys. Don't forget
Awesome.
to hit the thumbs up, and also if you haven't subscribed to Rob yet, please go ahead and do yourself a favor. He's an awesome guy. He is giving you heaps and heaps of entertaining content, and also you do learn something too as well. But
Learn a little bit. I dropped a new. It's Tuesday today, so Monday for you is Tuesday for us. Tuesday's right along. Dropped that this morning. So if you haven't gone on there after this, bang, check that out.
yeah, there you go. So don't forget to watch that right after. So before we go, I have a quick rapid fire set of questions for you here.
Yep.
That hopefully you can handle the pressure.
Let's do this.
All right, let's do this, guys.
Do it.
All right. So the first question, this is probably an easy one for you. Salvos or Vinnies?
Salvos. Fuck beanies.
Favorite music to listen to while you're listing?
Kiss, Metallica, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Iron Maiden, all that type of stuff. I don't listen to much AC/DC anymore. But yeah.
There you go. My faves too. Favorite championship belt?
Ooh, favorite championship belt design would be the 1998 WWF World Championship. The blue,
Really?
the one that The Rock and Stone Cold had back in '99. In like
really?
'99. Yeah.
Wow, I did not think of that one. Like
Favorite belt.
mine was always the Black Eagle, like the Hulk, the one that Hulk Hogan always had.
Oh, okay. Too small. Too small.
Yeah, and I also like the WCW gold belt, like the World Championship.
Love that.
Yeah,
Love that.
That was one of the best ones.
I should use that for the Universal Championship.
Yeah, exactly. That was. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the red, but whatever.
I'm not a fan of the big, massive W. I hate it.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. Favorite food to eat when sourcing?
When sourcing, well, it's always a good Macca's run afterwards.
No Vegemite and toast, eh?
No, that's in the mornings if I'm about to do a live or before work. I'll have Vegemite.
Favorite commentator?
Oof. Shit. Probably Gorilla Monsoon.
Ooh, good choice.
Yeah, probably Gorilla Monsoon. Back when he did it with Lord Alfred Hayes, that was awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Lord Alfred Hayes, though. But actually, Gorilla Monsoon with Bobby the Brain Heenan. Now, that was a pair.
Yes.
There you go. Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla, they used to fight. And that's what, when I did commentary with the other guy, that's what we tried to friggin' bring. You know what I mean? Like I was like the Bobby the Brain and he was the Gorilla. So that's what we tried to do.
I was more of a JR and King, like Jerry the King Lawler. Yeah. But
King would go over the top.
The King? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Too much.
I think they wanted him to do that, though, because that's just, they had so much stuff going on, like all the puppies and all the like
go back and watch 92 Rumble and listen to I think Gorilla's doing the commentary, but Bobby the Brain's definitely doing the commentary. Listen to Bobby's commentary, the whole Royal Rumble 92, how he's getting so because Ric Flair's in the Rumble, he's going to win it. He's going to I watched it again the other day. It's so good.
I love Bobby the Brain. He's what made that time when Hulk Hogan turned heel, when he said that he's betrayed WCW. That was that took it over the top.
and that's what helps. That's what helps with commentary and all that as well. So
Okay. They help tell the story for sure.
yeah, it's all a story.
Are you a early bird or a night owl?
I hate the mornings. I hate them so much. I fucking really hate it. That's why I like doing night shifts. So I'm a night owl.
I see. Okay. Dog shit day or finding Kamal at an op shop?
Oh, woof. Well, I think I'd rather find Kamal at an op shop than have a whole dog shit day because that means you've wasted your whole day. At least it's just one Kamal vinyl. And I think we find them at every fucking op shop anyway. So,
Favorite type of match or favorite style of match?
I did like the Iron Man match. I do like a hardcore match, but the best of all is a Royal Rumble. You can't beat a Royal Rumble.
Absolutely.
So that's what got me into it.
Yeah, and that's my absolute favorite like pay-per-view to watch.
Every year.
Greatest heel of all time.
Greatest heel of all time.
Yeah.
So the Macho King was a fucking really good heel, but the $1 Million Man, he was a damn good heel.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking of the greatest heel of all time, would really have to be Bobby the Brain Heenan because he was the man of the heels. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, with the Heenan family and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he had all the heels. He always had the heels.
Yeah.
So Bobby the Brain Heenan was the manager of all the heels. So really, he would have to be the greatest heel of all time, really.
Yeah. Greatest babyface.
Greatest babyface. Well, because Hogan turned heel and then went back again, the greatest babyface would probably have to be John Cena, wouldn't it? It'd have to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because he's never turned bad.
Okay.
To me,
yeah.
Up to me, greatest Hulk Hogan. If I was going to say for me, greatest heel and babyface will be Hulk Hogan. I loved it when he was babyface. Loved it when he was a heel.
Yeah, no, he was a really good heel. Like, and he did an amazing job as Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
That was so good.
Yeah. Least favorite part of reselling?
Taking the photos and listing. Fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Favorite part of reselling?
Sourcing. Oh man, I love going out there and sourcing. And now there's fucking, and you know what? I'm fucking blaming it on Brad. I'm blaming it on Brad and Jazz actually, because if it wasn't really for them, fucking the clothes part, watching all their videos had more clothes than everyone else's, because everyone else's videos had more of toys and all that I used to watch. So learning all their stuff over the years, and everyone else's from Australia, but fucking I love going through the shirts now, trying to find a vintage shirt and trying to find whatever I can, footy jumpers and everything. So
yeah,
I blame them, man.
Oh, Krillin's in the chat too. He said no better duo than Vince with Jesse the Body.
That was good. That was a good duo.
Yeah, Jesse the Body was a good heel commentator.
Yeah. McMahon. They were good, yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, Big Papa Pump. That guy is crazy. Like, I love his promos.
He was good. He was such a waste when he came over in 2003. They fucking wasted that.
Yeah. But
wasted opportunity.
I don't know if you've ever seen, like, if you ever search like Big Papa Pump's like best promos, he has like a math equation one. I don't know if you've ever heard that one.
I might have. He's fucking good though.
He's absolutely amazing, and the way he just makes fun of like Samoa Joe and like all the, like, he especially hates the fat guys. It's amazing how much he hates them.
Oh, anyone that's out of shape. But the worst promos ever is Sid Vicious.
Oh my God. Remember the one I sent you?
Yeah. Have you seen the one where he's doing a promo and he's going, I'm going to kick their ass and blah, blah. And he's like, oh, hold on a sec. Can we retake this?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Means goes, we're live. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to kick their ass.
Yeah. And then there was one, too, where he was trying to talk to Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and he mentions that he has half the brain that
Yeah. I've got half the brain that they have because, oh, hold on, no. So good.
Oh man, if you guys haven't seen Sid Vicious's promos, that he's a class act right there.
don't look up Sid breaks leg.
Oh god, I remember that. Man. That was brutal. Oh my
Fucking made me sick. That was fucking horrible.
Yeah, no, I watched it probably a couple times. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, I watched it a few times.
Advice you would give to yourself when you started reselling?
Advice I'd give now and take back.
Yeah.
Don't change anything. Learn from your mistakes. Do it. Just do it all the same again. All the same again, because you can't learn without making a mistake. We all know this.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's a great point.
We all know this. I've made heaps of mistakes, but what's the point of being the best straight away? You don't want to be the best straight away.
Yeah.
You got to start off as a rookie.
Great point. I couldn't agree with you more. And the final question, if you had one dream match, who would it be with and what type of match would it be?
If I could have one dream match, and in reality world, one dream match, I would love to fight anyone back from my independent wrestling. And I want them to put a mask on. I want them to be the bad guy. I'm the good guy, and I want to have one hardcore match. I want one more match. I'm trying to convince the missus to let me have one more match. Thumbtacks, chairs, tables, razor blades so we can slit each other. Freaking everything you can think of. Kitchen sinks, stop signs. I want the fucking works. I want him to be the troll. He's our troll. He's going to be our troll. He's going to be the hater. That can be him wearing a mask. He's the guy that gives us thumb down. And I just want to have fun. I want to have a match. I don't particularly want to go into the thumbtacks, but if I have to, I will do it for the people.
In the back, hopefully. Yeah.
For the people. But why not?
Yeah. That's awesome.
And I want to be split open one more time.
Curly mentioned, did you guys like ECW? Did you see?
I did like ECW, not the WWE's version.
Oh yeah, no, that was garbage.
That was horrible.
Yeah,
but they turned that into NXT, so that was all right.
Who was your favorite ECW guy?
Oh, has to be Taz, really.
Yeah,
he was awesome. Have you seen him when he first started?
Yeah, he had long hair. He's so short.
He had long hair, and he was the Tasmaniac.
Yeah. I liked Rob Van Dam.
Oh, I love Rob Van Dam. He's awesome, but Taz was so good. Taz was so good. I loved fucking Bam Bam Bigelow when he was in ECW, though, I've got to say. And the match that he had against Taz was so awesome when they went through the ring. That was cool. That was cool.
They had some good matches over there for sure. Like, even when the Dudley Boys were there, Mikey Whipwreck and Sabu. Oh my god.
Steve Austin was fucking had a few good matches there as well. So no, they were good, nice and violent. So that's the way another wrestling organization, if I ever started one up, which one day I want to, start my own wrestling promotion, and years and years away, I've got it in my brain of what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a ECW. It's going to be hardcore. It's going to be hardcore. It's going to be where the fans get to drink booze around the friggin' ring. There's going to be a bar in the friggin' arena, and friggin' they fight. There's blood. There's thumbtacks. There's chairs. There's tables. Yeah. There's smashed fucking things over each other's heads. It's going to be friggin' awesome. It's going to be so good. So it's going to be
none of that high flyer, luchador.
Oh yeah, luchadors. Got to have luchadors.
Yeah.
Got to have big fat people. Got to have big fat wrestlers as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those. I love I love people like Yokozuna and Yokozuna and Earthquake and all that. They were like some of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I just loved it, because then you've got to have that like big guy. Who's the big guy that's eventually like Lex Luger couldn't do it? You know what I mean? And Hulk Hogan beat Yoko, but then couldn't beat. But it was finally Bret Hart that did it. You know what I mean? And it took a year. It was just, I love that type of storyline.
Yeah, that was because these guys were larger than life, and like for them to be able to, like, when you're a kid, seeing them just body slam these 500, 600-pound guys, like exactly.
And I'm still to this day a monster fan of Yokozuna. I loved his work. Loved his work, and Earthquake as well. And they were just wicked. They were wicked.
Agree. No Sandman. He was good. I mean,
He was good, but
good for entertainment, I'd say. Like he'll come from the crowd and start beating his head with the beer can.
The can, yeah. He would just take Singapore canes to the back, and that was it.
Yeah. The Briscoe brothers live down the street from me. Nice.
The Briscoe brothers from Ring of Honor? From Ring of Honor, yeah?
I think it is, yeah.
Holy shit. They should have fucking signed with the WWE. They were going to sign with the NXT, weren't they? And I don't know what happened. Maybe they got said they were too old or something. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
They should have signed with the WWE.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they decide to pull a Young Bucks and say, hey, we're better than that.
Yeah. Briscoes would be awesome to have in. They would be great on NXT.
Yeah.
Another tag team.
So, Rob, I mean, winding down here, man, this was an awesome talk, though. Had a good time, man. Hopefully we can do it again in the future.
Definitely. I'll get you to come on my Saturday morning one. What time would that be over there?
I'm down. Saturday morning. I mean, I'm probably.
Well, that would be Friday night for you.
Yeah, it'd be Friday night. So I should be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be good.
I'll set it up down the line.
For sure, man. So, do you have anything in the pipeline or any shows or anything you want to plug?
Yeah, look, just Australian time. So remember, always the day before. So if I say Tuesday is my ride along, Monday for you. Thursday is my show and tell, which is Wednesday for you. Saturday morning live for an hour. I'm going to do solo, and I'm going to have people on here and there. Which yourself, actually, I might save you for WrestleMania weekend. The weekend before WrestleMania, so we can go through the card.
There you go.
So that's actually a good idea. But yeah, that's Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock Perth time. So that would be 3-4 hours.
It's about 7 p.m. our time.
Okay, cool. So 7 p.m. Friday night for you guys. And then Sunday at 5 p.m. Western Australian time, rotating on 3 channels is myself, 2 Aussie Thrifters, and Look Mum, I'm Hustling. We've got our Worldwide of Reselling show, and that's just an hour every Sunday as well.
That's awesome, man. And no, that's good, man. I'm glad you're keeping busy and you have a lot of things going on, man. That's awesome.
That's it. And I thought I'd do the mornings, 8 o'clock mornings, because I wanted to do a solo live and have people on my lives as well. I thought there's no times, and with coming home from work and all that as well is a bit hard. So I was trying to think, everyone's got all the time slots at night time in Australia during the week swinged up. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do 8 o'clock in the morning when I get up on AML. On Saturday mornings, and I'll go from there. And I know that the Americans and Canadians are awake, so you will get an opportunity to jump in on the lives as well. So why not?
Yeah, we'll find time to jump in. I'm sure.
Yeah, but we definitely do WrestleMania week.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, definitely do WrestleMania week. We'll go through the card.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. All right, guys. So if you haven't yet, don't forget to give this interview a big thumbs up, skis, if you haven't, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel too if you haven't. It's lots of fun, and thank you guys for getting me to over 800 subscribers right now. So I appreciate you guys with all your support, man. I'm so grateful for you guys watching my videos, and hopefully you would return the favor and subscribe to Rob the Aussie VHS Thrifter as well. Again, he has heaps of great content, and I definitely recommend him for your listening pleasure. So with that said,
I give pleasure.
All right, guys. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. And we will see you in the next video. Peace out.